Does the human spleen regenerate after damage? Imagine your spleen as a resilient organ with a surprising ability to bounce back after injury or surgery. While it might not fully restore itself to its original size or function, it can regenerate to a significant extent. When part of the spleen is removed or damaged, the remaining tissue can grow over weeks to months, especially in animal studies and clinical observations. For example, if a person has a partial splenectomy, the remaining spleen tissue often enlarges and reorganizes, maintaining important structures like the red pulp and white pulp. These areas are vital for filtering blood and supporting immune responses. Research in animals shows that after injury or removal of large portions of the spleen, the tissue can recover its architecture. Cells that support the spleen's structure, such as stromal and endothelial cells, gradually rebuild, and immune cells like lymphocytes and macrophages return. This process can take around 4 to 8 weeks in some cases, especially after irradiation or surgical removal. The white pulp, which contains lymphocytes responsible for fighting infections, can be reestablished as the supporting cells recover, helping restore some immune functions. However, the extent of regeneration varies. Sometimes the spleen does not grow back to its original size, and in some cases, the tissue may shrink over time. The degree of recovery depends on factors like how much of the spleen was removed, the type of injury, and the overall health of the individual. In people with conditions like non-Hodgkin lymphoma or other blood disorders, understanding the spleen's ability to regenerate is important because treatments such as chemotherapy, radiation, or stem cell transplants can affect the spleen. Knowing that the spleen can recover helps doctors plan treatments and manage immune health after injury or therapy. It is important to remember that while the spleen has this regenerative capacity, it is often partial rather than complete. The functional recovery of immune responses may take time, and some immune functions might remain impaired depending on the extent of damage. Always consult healthcare professionals for personalized advice, especially if you have had spleen injury or surgery. The human body is complex, and each person's healing process can differ. But overall, the spleen's ability to regenerate provides hope for recovery and immune support after damage.